Hey guys, welcome back to True Crime and Tarot. So I entitled this video, You Guys Tell Me, because I want to hear from you guys. For those of you that don't know, I went to Tennessee as well, just like Dolly has done. And, I was really interested to see what Dolly's perspective was going to be. He had mentioned that he was going to go to all the same places that I did, the watering hole, the hippie house, to 110 Ben Hill Road. And so, again, I was just interested to see what he thought. But unfortunately, it's my opinion, and you guys are welcome to yours. Again, I would like to hear from you guys. But going to Hunter's house and calling out to him at his home, he is a minor. There are people that don't even like his name spoken because he's a minor. Lots of people, actually. And the only reason I do that is because when he was interviewed by Chris McDonough, and Hunter and Allie both said that they would prefer him to just be called Hunter. I've never said his last name. I never will. Some people know it. Some people don't. I don't think it's important. But, I saw Dolly go to the park that's across the street from Hunter's house. He was sitting there, and then he goes over and, tries to talk to Hunter. And Allie rejected him. She rejected a money offer from him, and she didn't want to do an interview. If you're shocked, I'm shocked too. But she rejected him. But I saw Dolly saying, he looks scared. Well, I guess he kind of would be. I mean, if he's at his house, so if you're coming to, if it were my child, I'm going to be very honest. If it was my child and you're riding past my house this way and you're trying to come up to my child, and you're trying to offer me money and all this stuff, I'll tell you right now. I mean, I definitely would have made a phone call to my local police station. That's what I would have done. I want to show you guys my own video, because here's when I went to Tennessee. And I want you guys to listen clearly. This is a very short video, but I want you to listen to what I said. Now, please remember that I was brand new to this, so I did film this on my phone, and I filmed it the wrong way. Where the heck is my cursor at? Jeez. Can't even find my freaking cursor. Right here. I cannot see my cursor for some reason. What is going on with my laptop? Darn it. I think I have something on here. Okay, I'm sorry. Do you guys see my cursor on my screen? Because I sure as heck don't.
Here's a little creep.
Okay, so here we go.
We did just stop and talk to one of the neighbors, and he did not want to be on film, and I will respect that. But he thinks that she was taken. This is Summer's driveway, and this is it looks very steep. There's the barrels that say please put packages here. We are absolutely not getting out of the car and not going up there at all.
Okay, so I hope that you guys heard what I said, that, we are not getting out of the car. We're not going up there for any reason. And I did that for a reason, because when you go to places like that, you don't harass people that are in an active investigation, especially a minor, you guys. Thanks for that, Doug. I appreciate it. I don't hate Dolly. I'm not on Benny's side. I don't have sides. I tell you guys this all the time. I actually was subscribed to Dolly, and I really liked him. I thought, his chats were really chill and cool and stuff like that. But Jesus, man, again, we're talking about a kid, and you're pulling up on him. And I even seen Dolly in the comments say, "Oh, he's a grown ass man." No, he's not. No, he's not. He is not 18 years old. Okay, so it's wrong. It's wrong. I'm sorry. When you see, no matter if they're creators you like or not, when you see them do the wrong things, don't turn a blind eye. Don't tell them that what they're doing is right when you know it's not. That was not right. And I really hope, I don't think Dolly's a horrible person. I really don't. I think he got way too excited. But I do hope that he does the right thing and recognizes that probably wasn't the best thing to do. Hunter is most likely going to be a witness in this case. So going up to his house and offering his mom money, and I think the worst part for me was when he said, I should have gave him a blunt and got him away from his mama. If you guys don't know what a blunt is, I'm sure most of you do, but it's a cigar that people take the tobacco out of and they put weed in it and they smoke it. So, you're offering to give a minor weed, which let me point this out. We all had a very major problem with Candace giving Hunter alcohol and tobacco, rightfully so. So, if I see a YouTuber that is offering him drugs, weed is a drug. I do not believe that it is legal in Tennessee. I should probably look that up, but I don't believe it is. But either way, you are offering a minor drugs, or you're talking. I'm sorry. Let me be clear. He didn't offer it to him. He said he should have. But if that's your thinking process, that offering minor drugs to get him away from his mom for what? So that you can interview him for views on your channel while he's high from your blunt. That's just, I'm sorry. That's not cool, man. That's just not cool. And I really hope that people that really love Dolly, and I know there's many of you, I really hope that you guys, you have to attack him. I'm not telling everyone, go unsubscribe from Dolly, he's a terrible, horrible person. But I really hope that you guys do say something, that, hey, that you kind of crossed the line there, my guy. You did something that really was not okay. That there's no harm in going to Tennessee and going and looking at public places like the hippie house, or, the watering hole, or, driving past 110 Ben Hill Road, which I will tell you guys is creepy as hell. But there's no harm in that. But it becomes harm when you are going up to the minor in this case, and attempting to speak to him, and saying that he looks scared. Again, of course the kid's going to look scared. He does not know you. You're just coming up and saying, hey, are you Hunter? I mean, I probably look at you like, who the heck are you? Why do you know my name? Why are you in front of my house? Why are you talking to me, period? So, hey guys, let me check out this chat. I haven't looked. Oh, hi, JT. Oh, Doug sent you. Okay, well, thanks. Sent by no thanks. Okay, all right, well, thanks. So this is a UNT raid. We are here. We landed in the same place, guys. Support. I was worried he would get shot. Yeah. It's a little problematic, right? I mean, I don't know that he would have gotten shot, but the whole Hunter thing, and I haven't even watched. I've heard that Andrew and Allie were flipping out on Andrew's BS channel, but I have not even watched that yet. I have not watched it. What I have watched is just Dolly's. Is this a new channel? Innocent to proven guilty. No, it's not. Nope, I'm not a new channel. You can go back and look through my videos. I'm not a new channel. So, but anyway, I have seen you before. I don't know in which chat's innocent to proven guilty. I know that I have seen your name before. True Knowledge Sika. I gotta go as I can't support this guy. Hit him up private, man. Don't make a lie. Yeah. Oh, it's your first time here. Okay, well, hi, welcome. Yeah, so I really wanted to hear from you guys of what you guys think about this. Did you think that was okay? Did you think that was crossing a line? How'd you feel about it? Because I'm giving you my thoughts on how I felt about it. But, I don't know if I'm in the right or if I'm in the wrong. I just know it just gave me a really bad feeling of this is not what you should be doing. And I think Dolly is a talented guy. This isn't even really like a bashing of him. I like his channel, typically. This crossed the line for me personally. It just did. And I always say that, creators you're not ever going to 100% agree with any one of us. You're just not. There's going to be things that we say or do or whatever that you guys are going to say, I don't really like that, or, whatever. But there's some things that are just way over the line. So innocent until proven guilty. If he asked first to the mother, I believe he did, but he was just, it was really weird, man. I gotta tell you, it was really strange. I mean, I hear him yell out to Hunter, hey, are you Hunter? And then he rides past the house and he goes, like, did you guys see him? He put his camera up and then he put it down. And I didn't really see him. I had to slow down the playback speed to about, 0.5. And I still had trouble, making out where Hunter was. I saw the house, but I just, to say that you're gonna, oh, I should have gave him a blunt and got him away from his mama. What? I know you got to be better than that, man. I know you do. You have a ton of people that love your show and love the things that you do. So this, when I was watching it, I was like, there's no way this is his actual thought process. Like, is he joking? I hope you're joking. Because never in a million years would I think, yeah, you know what? Let me throw this kid some weed, and then maybe he'll talk to me away from his mom, who already told me no, and she didn't want to do an interview. Have any of you guys watched Andrew Hill and Allie, on his channel and what they were saying about it? Because again, I have not. Maybe we might want to watch that together, but I don't know. I heard Andrew likes to strike people's channels or whatever he does, so I don't even know. Innocent until proven guilty is saying the way he went about it, weird. Yeah, and it even I don't know, man. I think it was even like let me choose my words carefully here, okay? I just question why you think this boy, and I'm going to call him a boy because he's a boy, is a grown-ass man. He is not. He's not 18. You must be 18 years old in the state of Tennessee to be considered an adult. And then I see people saying, well, Hunter's married. No, he's not. Hunter is not married. He hasn't gotten married, okay? And even if he did, Does that make him an adult? I mean, that to me, that's a kid playing an adult. You know, my state of Delaware was, and I'm right here, Virginia. You know, I'm not too far from Valley, a couple hours. But my state of Delaware was the first state to enact laws against kids getting married. You must be 18 years old to get married in the state of Delaware. And I was proud of my state for that. I really was. Because kids shouldn't be getting married. For what reason? You know, this goes on in other countries, and it's a huge problem. Huge problem. I mean, when you have no limit to when kids can get married, they can get married as young as 12, 10, to 40, 50-year-old men. This happens, definitely happens. It's a huge problem. So it just, you know, when people are saying, oh, he's a married man, he's not a kid anymore. Yeah, he is. I'll tell you something personal about myself. The reason I was so proud of my state for making that a law was because I've already told you guys that I had my first child at 15. Okay? And my family, you know, is Catholic, and they thought that because I was having a child that I needed to be married. I did not want to get married. Neither did my father's child. We both were like, we don't want to do that. But our families pushed for that. They emancipated me, and I was married. And I hated every second of it. There was nothing about me that felt grown. Okay? And looking back at that, I still, to this day, at 40 years old, think to myself, what in the hell were they thinking? What the hell was that? I was a kid. You know, so JT, I live in Wales. I got married at 17. Been married for almost 41 years. My parents gave permission. I was not pregnant. You know what, JT? Congratulations, because that's a very long time to be married, and I know that takes a lot of work. Okay, but it's rare that happens. You know, that people stay together that long. So that's why I'm saying congratulations to you, because I know how much work a relationship can be, and especially a marriage, you know, so that's a big thing. But, you know, and I think you're a little bit of a different case. You know, it doesn't always work like that. And I will ask you, JT, did you feel like an adult at 17 and married? Or, you know, I don't know how old, I guess you're much older now. You're 58, I would assume. So looking back, you know, do you feel like, oh yeah, I was definitely grown up enough to do that? Or do you look back and think, Jesus, I was definitely still a kid, you know? So, but Hunter is not married yet. And I say yet because we've all seen that he was, you know, has proposed to his girlfriend. So Emma told us that. Emma showed us that. But hang on a second. Okay, so JT is saying, yes, I did. So I guess, you know, she felt like an adult, but couldn't get served in a pub. I'm 58. That's why I did the math in my head real quick. So I was like, yeah, I guess you had to be 58. I guess, you know, everybody's different. I absolutely did not feel like an adult. I did not. Hey, Justice Jan, how are you? Good to see you in here. We're just discussing, which, let me just say this. I really hate discussing other creators. I do. It's not really something I enjoy. But I seen this and I was like, you know, this does not feel right to me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know if other people think this, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. But it didn't seem right to me. And man, I'm actually glad that Allie for once seemed to be a mother and turned that down. Even for money, she turned it down. Because that was the right thing to do. And I don't see Allie do too many right things, if you know what I mean. So I think that was probably one of like the first right things I ever seen Allie do was not sell her son out for money, and kept him, because I do believe there's a gag order, that he can't even talk to people, and then there was other misinformation that he was in foster care. He was not in foster care. He was in like a juvenile place. That's where he was. So, why this is being said, oh, he was in foster care. No, he wasn't. Good night, JT. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for subbing. And Doug, thanks for sending her over. I appreciate you, JT. But, I don't think that it was a very good idea of all the people in this case that you could have hunted down or tried to talk to, that Hunter would be the one. I mean, if it was Candace, if it was Allie herself, if it was, if he had even requested, I think something that would have been a little interesting is if he would have requested, an interview with Don in jail. Obviously, he wouldn't have been able to record that, but he would have been able to tell us about it. But the last person I think that I would have hunted down would have been Hunter. I wish, and again, I'm an imperfect human, just like the rest of everyone else. But I wish Dolly just would have thought that through a little bit more. I really wish she would have thought that through a little bit more, because it just didn't seem right to me at all. So, I guess I'm not going to go too much longer. It's pretty much all I have to say. And again, I'm not telling you guys to hate him or go unsubscribe from that man right now. He's a terrible person. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just wondering what you guys' thoughts are. Justice Jan, I think it was by chance. Well, yes, but he was parked by that field that's right across from our house, so it almost seemed like he was sort of waiting, I guess. And then when they came out, I think he ran across the field. So, by chance perhaps, but even if you did see him, would you have approached him? Would you have approached his mother and offered money to speak to him or her? I'm just, I don't know, man. I don't think that would have been my course of action. And I've taken the route that Dolly took. I've already been there. I've already been to these places. And it just never once crossed my mind, hey, now, it never once crossed my mind to go hunt down these people. I know that people want to see these people on camera and stuff like that, but quite frankly, you have to remember that you're at someone's home. You are at their house. I am a person, and maybe this is why it struck me so wrong, is because I'm extremely protective of my family, of my home. That's just naturally who I am. You ask my friends, just ask my friends, you don't just show up to my house. I would like to know that you're coming. There's probably two people in my life that can just show up to my house and walk in. And these are people that I've known for years, and they're like family to me. But anyone else? No. No, wrong. So Mel, I know that you watch Dolly as well, and I'm just curious. You don't have to give me your opinion if you don't want, but I am just curious what you thought about him, going up and attempting to talk to Hunter or Allie. And again, you don't have to answer now. That's perfectly fine. I'm not trying to drag you into any sort of thing, but I just am curious of others' thoughts and opinions, I guess. You know who I think we need in here, Mal? Definitely Linda. Linda, can you imagine? Yeah, good night, JT. Linda would be saying it all, wouldn't she? But yeah, I'm not going to. Brooke is saying he did what people should do, speak to reach truth and justice. Okay. So Brooke definitely, thinks that Dolly did the right thing. Okay. There's one opinion. Brooke, can I ask you a question? Do you think that by speaking to Hunter, he would have reached some truth or justice? Just curious, because I did want to have people more with mixed opinions. That. Okay, so Justice Jan is saying he wasn't like some people and record them right off the bat. That is true. I think he did put his camera down. So there's another opinion. And again, I tell you guys all the time that just as I am welcome to my opinion, you guys are welcome to yours. Regardless if it's the same as mine or not, that does not matter to me. I think everyone should have a voice, and just because I have a platform doesn't mean that you guys shouldn't have your opinions as well. And I would definitely show them, and just you're allowed to have them. Period. So, but all right, guys. I guess I'm gonna. Well, here comes more comments. Brooke, never know H been away, so he may speak on things or could have spoke on something that didn't match the first H interview. That is true. That is true. Justice Jan, he did say that he didn't even know what Hunter looked like. Yeah, you put a question mark there. So I was a little confused about that as well, because he seemed to spot him out pretty easily. Which Hunter does look quite different these days with his hair braided. And I've seen people say that he has dreads. Those aren't dreads. They're called plaits. So yeah, they're not actually dreadlocks. They're called plaits, and it's just where you braid your hair. But either way, that's kind of irrelevant. Mal saying my phone went nuts. But I don't think he did anything wrong. He asked H if he was H, then spoke to Allie when she popped up. Okay. So Mal's saying no. There's a lot of people saying no. I really don't think he did anything too wrong. So that's okay. Everyone has their own opinions. I just found it a little weird. So Brooke, well, the generation calls them dreads, but yes, his appearance has changed. Yeah, it certainly has. I must admit that when I seen those photographs of him, I was like, whoa, what happened to this kid? Justice Jan, when I think of Hunter, I think of with no shirt on the TikTok. Yeah, I think if anything, I might have asked Allie if she needed any money to buy the kids some shirts. He doesn't like shirts. So, but then again, my 10-year-old, he hates clothes too. That kid, if he's home, he does not have a shirt on. So, Mallory, I don't see him as a kid if he's gotten married. He hasn't gotten married yet, Mal. Just to be clear. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, is that even when you do get married at a young age, it doesn't make you an adult. Because I've done that. I've been that kid. And we had JT in here earlier say that she was married at 17. She was married for 41 years. And that she did pretty much feel like an adult. But I did. I didn't feel like an adult. So, Justice Dan, I don't see him as a kid at all. That's very interesting. I'm very interested in you guys' opinions right now, because technically, by state law, he is, and I don't make the laws, guys. I don't make the rules. I'm just stating the fact, okay? So, yeah, now getting married, right? And who knows if that's actually going to happen? I mean, you see kids do really boneheaded things, and I'm going to propose to my girlfriend and blah, 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 blah. But, do you think he's actually going to get married? We don't know. I guess that remains to be seen. But teenagers, they could be broke up next week. So who knows? You believe H was medicated? Well, he probably is. I mean, think about all that kid has gone through. Think about all that kid's been involved in, Oh, Brooke, you know what? I really love that comment. Kids are kids till we parents are gone. You are so right. My oldest child that I had at 15 is 20, well, she's 26, 25. Jesus. Now I sound like Don Wells. I'm sorry. It's late. Yeah, but he's still my baby. My daughter's 18. She's still my little girl. In my mind, they're always going to be that. So you're exactly right about that. Medicated on what exactly, Brooke, too? I'm just asking. Oh, yeah. Justice Jan, I would like to hear Jimmy interview Candace. Yeah, see, if it was something like that, I'd be all in. I'd be all ears. Even though I myself do not want to interview Candace because she's a big fat liar, and all she's ever done to any creator or anybody is just lie. So I prefer her not to lie to my face. But if she wants to lie to Jimmy, I'll probably tune in for that. Let's see. Brooke, still a kid. When you have more than one, we tend to say things wrong, like calling for our kids' names and say everyone none. Yeah, my son just had a birthday. That's why I did that. But I do that all the time. I'll be like, Callie, Aubrey, come here. Because, you do. You get mixed up, you get upset with your child or something, you'll call them all their brothers and sisters' names before you get to them. So I'm definitely guilty of that. I don't know many parents that haven't done that, so let's see. Justice Jan, he has a charm about him. It would be interesting. He does, like I said, I'm a fairly new subscriber to Dolly, Jimmy. And so, I always like the vibe of his chat. I just like the vibe of his whole thing. I love when he has people call in. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was like, you know what? I would love to have a call-in line. Because, like, right now I'm talking to you guys, but I can only read your comments. I would love to hear your voices, and let you guys talk. But I love when he does that because some of the most interesting people call in. Like this dude, Ricky Beavers. Called in, and who knew this man had the voice of a country superstar, but he definitely did. And, I would have never heard this guy if he never called into Dolly's show, but I've since, gone and looked at his videos and liked his videos and all of that. So let's see. And medical wise, for anxiety, depression, and trauma. Yeah, I really would not be surprised by that at all, Brooke. Quite frankly, we see H's parents on YouTube, and you talk about a train wreck, those two. Okay. I've said quite a few things about Mr. Hill. And, him and his startup YouTube channel that's, off the back of his own child and Summer, because other than that, I'd love to know that if Mr. Andrew Hill had any ambitions on being a YouTuber prior to his son being involved in a missing child's case. And I would have to say that the answer to that is no. Brooke, we all guilty of messing up. It's human, but this case isn't natural human mistakes. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Am I, coming for Dolly's throat? No. But I just questioned that move, and me personally, I don't think it was a good one. So, but That's just me. You know, you guys have spoke. You guys have said how you think and what you think about it. Oh, Justice Dan, you know what? I have thought about that. I have actually talked to my significant other about that. It's a possibility. It is a possibility. Brooke, is Mr. H hired someone to snatch his son? He could have hired someone to snatch Summer. Yeah, listen, you know what? I got to thinking about this, and I was talking to one of my subscribers, Grandma Brooke, about this privately through text. And I said, you know, Andrew Hilt and that whole gaggle of people that he had with him come to Tennessee. None of that story makes sense to me. None of it at all. You come down here, there's supposedly a house. Jose hitches a ride at the last minute, supposedly. The house isn't ready. And so everybody just turns around and goes straight back to New York. What? That doesn't make any sense. And then Jose, you know, the one person, you know, according to him, you know, he meets Candace and Allie and Summer and all of them in a parking lot and decides right then and there that he's just going to stay with them. Doesn't know them at all, but he's just going to stay with them. Does this make sense? None of this makes sense to me. Reigns of wrong. Yes, it does. It just stinks the high heaven of WTF. Mal. I love Grandma Brooke. I chat with her often on text too. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She really is. I had some real life things going on with one of my friends, and you know, she texted me. She was worried about me. You know, she hadn't seen me on, I guess, and so she texted me worried. But I'm okay, Grandma. Just so you know, just helping a friend out here. So I live 35 minutes from Hawkins County. I will be at the prayer vigil. Oh, interesting, Jan. If I do come, I would love to meet you and say hi. But yes, I have absolutely thought about that. And like I said, I've talked to my significant other about that, and we'll see. Because that is something that I would like to attend. Grandma is the tech gal? I don't know about that. I don't know what you mean by tech gal. Yeah, that visual, you know, I don't see any harm in that. You know, just going and showing support for Summer, and you know, where are we? We're coming up on 11 months. You know, next month will be an entire year. But I have been telling you guys for months that it's just my opinion. Right around this year mark, we're going to be seeing some arrests. That's what I believe. I don't know what you guys think about that, but that's what I think. So I just don't think that that Candace or Don are getting away with this. So, Mallory, true. Did he hire that dude for real? Wow. Wonder where he got that kind of money. Who knows? Who knows, Mal? He's been e-begging. Oh, yes. God, it's terrible. You know, it's funny. This is funny to me because at first, you know, when he started his channel, I don't think his wife, you know, his current wife really got it, you know. So, but once she was always yelling at him in the background, like, get off of the YouTube. And he's like, oh, I'm live right now, you know, but he would get off and stuff. But now that money has like rolled in, like she's sitting next to him now. You know, she doesn't have a problem with YouTube anymore because, you know, money has been coming in. So, yeah, Brooke. Mallory, trafficking. You know what? I'm telling you, I don't have the theory that Summer was trafficked, but one has to wonder, what in the world did these people come down here for? Just to turn right back around. And I can tell you that's a long drive. You know, from New York to Tennessee, that's a long drive. I drove from Delaware to Tennessee. long drive. Okay. So that just does not make sense. And then you leave this guy behind. This guy that's supposedly, having these mental breakdowns and all this stuff, and he just stays there. It doesn't get any stranger. Brooke. Mr. H has stated his kids are sometimes there and sometimes with his mom, but reside with his mother. Really? So his kids don't live with him? I don't watch him enough to know that, Brooke. Okay, so that's interesting. Don stated search East Coast. Well, New York and South Carolina, where Jose went, is East Coast. Well, Don has said a lot of things. I think Don's mentioned Mexico and all kinds of stuff. These people, they just lie. It's like there's very few truths. I feel like Don has like word leakage that he just leaks out things sometimes. And if you catch him, you catch him. And if you don't, you don't. And I feel like Candace has done that a couple times as well. But, at the face of it, both of them, just liars. Just outright liars. Justice Jan, different people and personalities. I'm glad that people are bringing awareness for summer. Me as well, Justice Jan, because at the end of the day, that is the most important thing, right? Yeah, man, I didn't know that. Like, I thought his kids lived there. Remember, I saw one live stream of his where he was like, don't wake up my daughter. Like, thank God she's sleeping. So I just assumed that their children lived with them, but I didn't know that they don't. Not surprised though. Not surprised fully. I mean, I did hear, and again, I do not know if this is true because I did not watch the live stream with Andrew and Allie, but I heard on the YouTube streets that, Andrew was yelling at Hunter, basically, like saying, I told him to stay out of the limelight and da-da-da. Like, what? What do you mean? You told him to stay out of the limelight? He's in front of his house. What is he doing? Allie turned down the interview. So I'm not sure why you're yelling at your son that you're not really a dad to, but whatever. Brooke, but it all puzzles together. We got to piece what we can, of course. Most is lies, but if you link the people and places, it starts to make things click. Yeah, I'm telling you, there was an entire day, and it wasn't that long ago, that I just could not get that trip out of my head that Andrew Hilt and all those people made. I couldn't get it out of my head. And I was like, dude, there is something very strange about that. It does not make sense. You don't decide that you're moving to a different state and there wasn't a house ready, so you just turn back around and go back, and you leave this guy here and he stays. And no, there's something so off about all of that. And then Jose, he gets his tooth cracked by Don. Don threw the beer bottle, hit him in the tooth, cracked his tooth, and all that. And then Jose disappears, allegedly throws his phone at the bottom of the ocean, and what the hell? Brooke, 15 come, 1 stays. Exactly, Brooke. And where, if they were moving down there, okay, I would assume, that's a big move. You're moving to a completely different state, a completely different environment. I would assume that you have everything lined up that you need to line up. So does that mean, the house that they were all living in, or, whatever, did they give those houses up? So when they went back to New York, where did they go? Did you go back to your house, or did you go to a hotel, or where did you go exactly? Mallory, Jose is major sus in my opinion. Mine as well. You know what? When I first seen him, he triggered the hell out of me. He did. When I seen that interview, I cried. I came right on afterwards, and I really shouldn't have did that. That was a misstep on my part. But I was shaken because he was the first person, in my opinion, to just give Summer a personality. and I started thinking about all these terrible things that Don and Candace had done around and to her. And it broke my heart. You know what I mean? But then the more I think about Jose, all the crap that he has said or whatever, I don't even know how much of what he said was true. Justice Janet, I bet Don had phone withdrawals. I don't think those are the only withdrawals he had, if you know what I'm saying. But Brooke, it's the ring of never ending of the missing. I believe it may not have been summer. It may have been, but they are a sad circle of never ending for the society. Well, I could not have said that better myself if I tried. A sad circle of never ending. I like that. Now, I agree, Justice Chan, and he wants to be the first one to interview H so he can make some money, in my opinion. Because I heard him tell Allie once when H is back, they'll have him on there. Yes, Mal. Yes, you are correct. I saw that as well. He was actually asking Allie, "Oh, can we put the boy on the phone?" What? Put the boy for what? What are you putting him on the phone for? You're his father, and you're going to exploit him the most. Because you know darn well that if he had put Hunter on that phone, or Allie had, that everyone would have watched that live stream. You know it. That people would have watched. Even if they didn't like the video or whatever, they would have watched it. And guess who would have made money off their little monetized channel? Mr. Hill. Mr. Hill. So it just, screw that. I mean, what kind of parent are you? If I don't even feel comfortable calling Andrew Hill a parent. He just, I was lucky enough to have a pretty awesome dad, and that loved me, and protected me, and showed me what a man was, and I feel sorry for Hunter in a lot of ways. Andrew Hill admitted himself, he really didn't come into Hunter's life until 2018. Well, where were you prior to that? But now you're on YouTube and going all off, and you want Hunter on your channel. Of course you do. Of course you do. Let's see, Brooke, his right to H, they make H a pawn. Absolutely. Absolutely do. But I do have to give a tiny bit of props to Allie for not allowing him to do that. She didn't let Hunter get on the phone, as far as, not in that stream anyway. I don't know if she has since then. I hope not. And then, she did turn down money to be interviewed by Dolly and for Hunter to be interviewed. So, Brookie's singing now. What a man, what a man, what a man. I used to love that song. That's right up my alley. TLC. You know what? I seen them at Firefly last year. That was pretty cool. Mal. Yep. And then again, recently when Summer got missing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lot of issues. I mean, let's see. Justice Dan, at this point, I am ready for any leakage. Summer's case needs help. You know what? I feel like it needs help from top to bottom. Right on down to Mr. Ronnie Lawson. Yeah, that guy. I don't know about Mr. Lawson. I really don't. I try to trust in law enforcement that they're going to do the right thing. That doesn't mean that always happens. So, yeah, when he said, "Oh, I don't pay any attention to social media," what? Well, what year are you living in? Because a lot of things go down on social media that you might want to pay attention to. So, yes, Sheriff Grady is my dude. Who cannot love this man? I love Sheriff Grady. He's awesome. That's a sheriff that does not play games. He's great. All 50 states needed Grady. Yes, they do, Brooke. I agree. Mal, he looks like he has a lot of issues, that's for sure. I assume you're talking about Mr. Hill, and I will definitely agree. Tons of issues, in fact. One of them is the fact that he's on YouTube. I don't know. You know what? You guys ever watch Family Guy? what grinds my gears, it grinds my gears that Andrew Hill has a monetized YouTube channel. It grinds my freaking gears because I know the reason for it. And the reason for it is BS. Get off of YouTube, dude. That's probably the only person I will tell you guys, please don't subscribe to him. Please. Anybody else, I'm not going to tell you to do that. But him, yeah, you might want to think twice. Brooke. Oh, hi, Colleen. Brooke, he come running out the rear of grinding gears. Yeah, he is a good sheriff. He sure is, Colleen. But yeah, that's an Allie over here helping his little BS channel out by coming on there and doing all of that. These two, I mean, if Don and Candace don't win Parent of the Year, surely we should put up Andrew and Allie. Surely, right? Oh, Justice Jan, that is another reason I want to go to the prayer visual. Near the sheriff's office, that's a statement in itself. Yes, agreed. Oh, hey, Brookee. Nice to have you as a new member. That's awesome. So, but yeah, Jan, you know what? You're making me want to come more and more. Because like I told you, I've already talked about this with the significant other, and it's something I wanted to do, but you're really making me want to go. And then I'm gonna be looking for you. I'm gonna be hunting you down. Where is Jan at? Jan, come talk to me. So I wonder how many other people. Does anybody else plan on going to that? Yes, I'm really glad to see Brookee become a member. That's really cool. Blessed to be a part. Oh, you guys are awesome. What was I about to say? Lost my train of thought as per usual. Yeah, but is anybody else considering going down there or no for this prayer visual for summer? Or do you guys even know about it? Justice Jan, if you have all the details, would you mind posting them in chat? If you wouldn't mind. Just so everybody can see them. I mean, I could say it, but if you type it, well, I guess I could type it myself and stop being lazy. But it's, I want to pin it to the screen so that people see it. Because I don't know how many people are going. But I do hope there is a big turnout. And I really would like to see a big turnout from the YouTube community. Because I honestly believe that if not for the YouTube community and all the craziness that has gone down, this community has shown the biggest light on Summer's case. And I don't think that this case would still be alive. I think she would have been forgotten a long time ago if it was not for YouTube. So even though YouTube gets a lot of slack for all the nonsense that some people choose to do on here, there's a ton of good creators that are very interested and very much want to keep Summer's name alive. And I can name a lot of them right off the top of my head.
Here's what I found on the internet.
Oh, Lord, nobody asked you, Google. My phone loves to just pop into my live streams like I asked it anything. But anyway, Justice Jan. I don't know the time yet. Bullhorn Betty hasn't. Oh, okay. I'm not subscribed to her, so I don't really know. I don't know what she puts on her stuff. Brooke. Oh, where is Justice Jan? She said she'd be here. Are we singing? Should I sing this? Be here in front of the sheriff's office. I haven't spotted Jan. Oh, where can we find Justice Jan? I will find her if I go. I'll bring her up on my live stream. Now. Oh my God, my phone's the same way. It keeps going nuts. Yeah, my phone just randomly will be like, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to you. So, now, I know 3 people that are going. True Crime with Eve. Oh, is she? I didn't even know True Crime with Eve was going. That's cool. Guidance and Life with TLC and Dolly. Oh, okay. You know what? So that's good. I think that more YouTubers should try to make their way down there and leave the drama. Leave the drama on the tube, okay? Go down there and show your support for Summer, and we should all stand side by side, whether you like each other or hate each other or whatever. Remember, the reason that you're there is not for one another. It's for Summer, okay? So, yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys all coming in. Brooke, again, thank you for becoming a member. Doug, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. JT, I know you're sleeping, but I appreciate you subbing. Brooke, our phones make our best choices without us having to be the bad guy. I know, right? There's been live streams where I've been saying something and Google just pops in and I'm like, oh my God. And it says the most wildest thing, but it's like something I'm thinking that I don't want to say. It's been weird. But there we go. Thank you, Justice Sam. So Wednesday, June 15th. Obviously, that is the day that Summer allegedly disappeared. I say allegedly because some people think that it happened the day before that. So, but yes, Rogersville, Tennessee Sheriff's Department. Thank you for having me, and Doug sending me. Thanks, Doc. Yes, duck off my fave. But this is what it is, and if you guys, want to make your way down here, or down here, like I'm down there. I'm not in Tennessee, but down to Tennessee, and show up for this prayer vigil for Summer. If you can make it, I hope that you guys do. I really, really do. So, and knowing that there's going to be some other people there, I think that's good. I think that's good news. So, justice for Summer, you guys. And I will see you guys later. I am going to resume my Vallow case coverage, try to bring my subscribers up to date on that case if you are not up to date on that case. But that's what I've been covering so far, my last few live streams. I just thought I'd hop on and talk about this because I haven't talked about Summer in a little bit. Just mainly because there hasn't been really any new updates or things like that. It's just been a lot of creator drama, more or less. So Mal, I wish I could go. See, we need Linda again because she would be going, Mal, I'm giving you $2,000 to go down to the visual. You know how she is. So, yes, Brooke, justice for Summer, state. Go represent. I think I just might, Mal. I think I just might. So, all right, guys, good night again, and I will see you all later. Bye.